Hi, ladies, and welcome to Human Resource Management for Healthcare Organizations, Week 1. I hope you have gotten a chance to look at my introductory video so that you can learn a little bit about me and what my expectations are, and hopefully you will comment back to me and let me know a little bit about you as well and why you're in this course. What you plan to get out of this course. It is helpful for me to know a little bit about the background of students so that I can kind of steer discussions toward my student group. So the course description for this course is we're going to examine the complexity and multiple issues involved in resource management in healthcare organizations specifically. We're going to examine the strategic role of human resource management in response to changes in the healthcare industry. And we know now, if you're working in healthcare or if you've been studying about healthcare, you know that this environment is changing drastically from everything from government regulations to insurance to costs to staffing. In addition, we're going to look at issues such as recruitment. How do we get people to come into healthcare? Retention, how do we keep them at our place of employment? And in retention, performance management, how do we do their evaluations? What do we base that on? Organizational development and employee relations are examined. We're going to look at federal, state, and professional regulatory requirements specific to healthcare. And we're going to explore the skills and knowledge needed to be successful in a diverse healthcare environment. We currently have the most diverse healthcare employee environment ever, with many different ages and cultures and learning styles and everything. So for this week, we're going to actually look at theories of management integrating human resource planning into the organization's strategic plan, and how it affects quality and cost-effective healthcare to consumers. So we're focusing on the strategic plan this week. The strategic plan of human resources should be melded with the strategic plan of the entire organization. Specific for this week, we're going to explain human resource planning in healthcare, define organizational strategic planning, discuss the process of how human resource planning is integrated, and articulate 2 advantages to healthcare organizations integrating a strategic human resource plan. So the human resource strategic plan should be the organization's high priority because everything comes from that. This week's discussion, we're going to research and discuss human resource planning and organizational strategic planning. How can human resource planning be integrated with organizational strategic planning? Discuss an issue that has occurred in one of your work settings, and it could be in another industry if you're not working in healthcare right now, that relates to human resource planning, such as changes in staffing patterns, policies, and benefits. Remember the rules for discussion. You want to put your first post in by Thursday with at least 2 references. And this should be full of a lot of important, vital information that you want to share with other students. And then between Thursday and Saturday, you're going to reply back and discuss with other students. Please look carefully at the rubric and at the syllabus, because the amount of peer responses has to do with your grade. Assignment it's a paper, is to integrate strategic and human resource planning offers and advantages to organizations. We're going to research and discuss some of these advantages, and you're going to list at least 4 steps involved in integration and how this might apply to local healthcare settings. Again, look at your rubrics very carefully, look at the directions. This needs to be in APA format, and it needs to be cited. Okay, everything's going to be submitted to VeriCite. So if your thoughts, if your information is not cited, it's going to show up on VeriCite, and we don't want to have to be concerned about that. Don't forget to review all information in Knowledge Path and answer all of the questions. Please review that part in the modules if you've never worked with a Knowledge Path course. This actually is going to be points towards your final grade, and everything really is in Knowledge Path. There's written information, there's video information, there's links. And you'll notice that the woman in the videos on Knowledge Path is not me. That's the professor who made the course. And I also want you to remember to review all rubrics and instructions before and after the assignment is completed, just so that you're sure that you've got everything that you need to have in the assignment. Please always feel free to reach out to me. My number is in that introduction, I believe. If you want to have a phone conversation, email me and we can set up a time to do that. But I will be looking at my emails twice a day, so email me with any questions as well. I hope we have a good session. It's a pretty interesting course, and I hope that you learn a lot. And I'll see you online.